have blacks been pitted against Asians?
We need the black community to realize that the that black people are hurting Asians, and they need to speak out in their own community.
The Oklahoma marijuana farmer, where 4 people were erased and one was wounded, was operating under an illegally obtained license to grow marijuana for medical purposes. The application for the license by Kevin Farm fraudulently stated that the operation was 75% owned by Oklahoma resident, as required by state law. The pot farm on the 10 acres of land west of Hennessy, a town about 55 miles northwest of Oklahoma City, was the site of 4 execution style killings in November that targeted 3 men and 1 woman, all Chinese citizens. Pham has been arrested on drug and weapons charges. Court documents do not list an attorney who could speak on his behalf. Woodward did not disclose the amount of the payments to the man he described as a ghost owner, and also stated that the man has not been arrested but could face fraud charges. Woodward also stated that OBN is investigating whether the marijuana grown at the farm was illegally sold in other states. Quote, our law states what is grown here has to be sold here and cannot be transported across state lines. The names of the 4 people that were erased November 20th had not been released. A suspect in the case has been extradited back to the state from Florida when he was arrested November 22nd after the vehicle he was driving was flagged by a car tag reader. Authorities from Oklahoma's Kingfisher County took Wu Chin, age 45, also known as Chin Wu, in jail records from Miami-Dade County Jail Wednesday, and he was booked into Kingfisher County Jail on Thursday. Jail records do not list an attorney who could speak on Chin's behalf, and court documents do not show that formal charges have been filed. So my greatest question, like you always know, where is the social justice warriors? Where are the black people that are really siding with the Asian Americans? Where are all of those Caucasians? Where is the media? Where are the actors and the Asian rappers that wanted to speak out when black people were made the post? I'm sorry, black men were made the poster children for the attacks on AA Americans. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. I thought that this was something that only took place with Black Americans. I thought this was only a Black American thing, right? You would have somebody that's a dealer, they're doing things illegally, and they're ruining their neighborhood, right? That's pretty much what America and the world pretty much thinks of Black American men, right? But for what I'm understanding here, because I was trying to just piece together, trying to figure out, was there a black man involved? What was he the plug? Was he the line for any of these things going on? Maybe he was working for somebody else, and that person above him is black, and maybe the persons that he sold out of state to were black. Like, there has to be somebody black, in connection with this, right? Right? Because here we have, right, your model citizen, the main citizen that wants to be side by side with the Caucasians, right? They're the ones that do everything right. They don't do anything wrong. They're always quiet. They're always humble. They don't cause a ruckus. They don't do anything bad in America. But you have this guy here, and it's stated in the article that he specifically went after his own people and he took their lives. But oddly enough, you don't hear mainstream media trying to sell this story to you. You don't see them talking about this is double A on double A crime. You don't see that taking place. You don't see them trying to state, is he illegal? Is he an immigrant? Is he this? Is he that? How long has he been here? How was he able to do this? They're not stating any of these things. They're pretty much pushing this directly underneath the rug. And the reason why they're doing this is because you have not just him, but you have people of other ethnicities doing the exact same things in America. But the only ones that they want to primarily and specifically talk about are black men in the black communities, because they make it seem as though that if you have a few black men doing this in the black community, that overall what they're doing is jacking up all of America, right? So it's jacking up, so all of the debt, right, the trillions of dollars of debt. The reason why we have the debt is because the few black men that are in the community, dealing, you're right, tearing up the black community. They're the reason that we're in trillions of dollars of debt. They're the reason that the banks, filed for bankruptcy. They're the reason that the car automotive industry needed a bailout. The banks needed a bailout. Everybody needed pretty much a bailout. Even Americans themselves need a bailout, right? So, like I said before, I'm just trying to figure out where are all of those people that want to talk the loudest when they negatively want to talk about black men and what it is that they're doing. Why is it that they don't specifically, look for stories like this or talk about these things? Right? Because it almost seems to me as if you have people out here that want to point and make and shape a certain type of narrative where it is to automatically deem and make and put in a view of other people that black men are everything negative and wrong in this world. That the world is wrong and the world is topsy turvy only due to black men's existence. And basically, without black men being here, then the world would be how it is supposed to be. But, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just the conspiracy theorist in me. Maybe that's just the tin foil hat, wearing me. Or maybe there's something directly to it. Because as I've stated before, when was the last time you ever heard the Asian American community and the Pacific Islanders pointing out their own people that are directly making and selling and dealing from their own communities? When was the last time that you heard about this on social media? When was the last time you heard them talk about this on TikTok, IG, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, right? Matter of fact, what about the men of other nationalities? When was the last time you heard of their communities talking about these things openly and automatically trying to vilify the men in those communities? Like I said, chances are you've never heard it, and chances are you're not going to hear it because the only ones that actually get vilified in a general sense and blamed for every single thing is black men. But Wu Chin don't look black to me.